Hello, my fellow creative dreamers, and welcome back to another episode where I am trying to escape the prison of the societal standards that I put on myself of where I feel like I am supposed to be in life, especially as an artist. But seriously, as a creative girl, as anybody who doesn't want to live the basic 9-to-5 lifestyle and to build their own business, it is not easy getting started, okay? I am doing my goddamn best, along with all of the random trials and tribulations that life decides to hand you. And trust me, this past week for me has been a lot. I unfortunately cannot get into the specifics of it. I wish I could be fully vulnerable, but it is personal stuff. But what I can tell is the story of how I lost my wallet this week. I can tell you guys that much. But you know what? We prevail. I also already filmed a podcast episode, but I just don't know about it. You know what? We might keep it in the bank. Just, maybe I'll post it next week if I don't feel like filming again. Who knows? Because this week's episode is going to be pretty jam-packed with stuff. I'm really excited. And we're getting back to my initial segments. And if you're new here, we got Luna Lynn's Lore, my artist update, and then pop culture pop-up, because of course, we got to talk about what's going on in the world. Because, oh, girl, there's a lot, and it's really important. So, and it's all kind of connected. We might not have those 3 segments in order, but we will touch on all the topics within those segments, if that makes sense, just to make it a little bit. Listen, I'm over explaining myself, and I do this all the time. Oh my god, let's just get fucking into it, bro. I got my pumpkin spice tea. Yes, it is caffeinated. Yes, it is 8 o'clock at night, because I've really wanted to film this podcast, and this is the thing, is all day today I have been extremely frustrated, and part of that is due to the fact that I'm dealing with a lot of personal stuff, but it's also due to the fact that I felt like I just didn't know what to do, where to start in life. You wake up and sometimes, at least this is just me, okay? I wake up and I'm like, ugh, I need to wash my hair, but I also wanted to, I want to work out because I'm trying to stay in a routine with that, and I personally have physical therapy I have to do, so working out is really important for me. So I'm like, I could do that, but I want to shower, but I also have work to do, because I also work at home and make my own hours, but I could also work on my art business and researching and all of this, and I'm like, oh my god, my brain is sometimes madness in the morning, and this morning it genuinely was that, and I just felt like I was what road do I take? It just felt inescapable how draining life is. I don't know, just sometimes shit is just, ugh, bro. Thank God for this tea. I fucking love tea. Tea has been getting me through this winter. The snow will not go away. I live in Maryland. The snow will not fade, and I'm so over it. That's also a thing. On top of it, it's winter, and human nature is, we're supposed to be in hibernation mode when it looks like that outside. We're not supposed to be grinding, but at the same time, I want to be, because I have dreams I want to participate in. And following your dreams doesn't always have to be about the end goal. It's about the journey, like they say. But seriously, living my dream, yesterday was living my dream. Yesterday I went to the gym first thing, I swam at the gym, I went to work. I didn't do any art yesterday, but I took care of my body. I danced. So, you know what? That is a form of art. And I was really proud of myself for dancing, because I got a gym membership. And, I got one with dance studios and a pool, because, you know what? I'm usually not a bougie bitch, but physical therapy is really expensive. And somehow the gym was less expensive. The bougie gym was less expensive than physical therapy. So I opted for that, plus the fact that they have dance studios. And I was not about to pay for Planet Fitness and not have a goddamn dance studio when the majority of my workouts are dance. But at this particular place, this particular gym, the blinds are open, so it's like, it's not many people, but people do walk by and stuff, and I'm just like, I'm a little bit self-conscious about it. So I just was struggling yesterday, like kind of working up the courage to dance, you know, after my physical therapy, and I still did it, and so I'm very proud of myself. So I just gotta say that. So yeah, the gym and tea are two self-care activities that have been really helping me through, and also seeing my friends. So also, but yes, we love a self-care moment. But to get into a little bit of Luna Lynn's lore, the stuff that I've gone through that I can talk about is the fact that I lost my wallet, and I'm currently waiting on my new ID, my card, like my debit card and my credit card to come in. And I've just, you know what, thank God I keep cash. That's all I gotta say. Because, you know what, you always gotta have an emergency stash of cash. I gotta say, like, that is really, it's got me through, because every single time I even think about it, I'm like, it's not there. You know, you just gotta not think about it when it comes to saving money. It's like, because girl, whew, that is something I want to level up my game with when it comes to money and like being better at spending. I don't want to make myself feel guilty for spending money on food, but I know there are better ways to live where I can eat more at home and, you know, that kind of thing. But anywhoosies, let's get into the story of how I lost my wallet. Okay, so it was last Saturday. I went out with my best friend Fox, who should be on the podcast at some point soon. Who knows, girl? I usually go visit her because she is a busy woman working as a school teacher. But so we went out, okay? We went ice skating. Amazing time. I love ice skating. Was incredible. We then got food. Got shrimp fried rice. The shrimp did in fact fry the rice, and it was incredible, and I took it home, and then I had some yum yum sauce at home, and I put that on it as well as the sriracha that was already on it. Oh my god, literally the best. And yes, and then there were like some spring rolls. Oh my god, incredible. Anyways, then we go to my friend's house, and we're like, okay, like, what do we want to do? And she's like talking about playing games, and I'm like, then why don't we go to this specific bar, because they have an arcade. So we went to said bar, right? And they close at a certain time, but then we can like bar hop to another spot, and that we did, girl. So we go to the arcade bar, and it's cool because you just pay a fee, and then you can play all the games that you want, and it's the best. We played a card game, we played some Pac-Man, and then like the one where it's like you're shooting, I don't know what it's called, but it's like similar to Pac-Man. It's not similar to Pac-Man, but it's like the same era as Pac-Man. I should say it's not the same as Pac-Man at all. Anyways, but my favorite part, playing DDR, Dance Dance Revolution. Like literally that made my night. I wish I had just like DDR at home. I used to back when I was younger. Oh my gosh, it was so fun. I feel like I've always been like kind of bad at it, because like I'm a dancer, but as far as like following instructions, sometimes I'm not the best. It's funny because I was just talking about how I do my dance workouts, but like it's a little different because with dance workouts, it's like you're watching somebody do the moves, and a lot of times they go back and they repeat them, so you're able to practice as you go. That is why I love dance workouts. When it comes to DDR, you're kind of just stomping around. Like, I don't know, girl. Just Dance was a lot easier for me. Obviously, yeah, you can move the remote, but like, no, girl, like I'm dancing. Like, I love Just Dance. But anyways, then we take an Uber to the next bar. And we're over there, and it's like anime night. I buy a book. I bought some random manga. I don't even know the name of it, literally, but I bought it. It was cute. But yeah, we were like just having drinks, like whatever, like having fun, dancing around, and it was a good time. I was having a great time. And then I put the book down on the bar and I'm putting my jacket on, and my friend's like, you close out your tab, right? And I was like, yes, absolutely, we're all good. And then I got distracted by a man. Big mistake. But you know what? I was like about 5-6 drinks in. So, hey, listen, that's what happens. So, I get distracted by a tall man, and so I start talking to said tall man, and I asked for his Instagram. First thing I see on his Instagram is his girlfriend, and I'm like, that's crazy that he didn't bring that up. Because I thought it was obvious I was flirting, but maybe I literally don't even know. I only had like a 2-minute conversation with him, but I was in that mode where I was like, why didn't you tell me? But in the moment, I just kind of started profusely apologizing, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. And then we left. So on the way back, in my drunk brain, I was like, that was fucked up of him for not telling me that he had a girlfriend when I was talking to him. But it's also like, I don't know, like, think about it in a queer space. I'm bisexual. What if he was also bisexual and like I was just a human talking to him? It doesn't have to be like this thing where it's like obvious, like there's heterosexual like things like placed onto it. But we were at a bar, I was drunk, obviously I was kind of hitting on him, whatever, doesn't fucking matter. Thing is that I was mad. But it wasn't just that. The thing is that I have been through a lot when it comes to men. So it was just a conglomeration of emotion. So there's snow on the ground, as we know, but the snow is like ice. So you can pick it up and toss it, and then it all breaks everywhere, and it's really fun. So that's what I did the entire walk home. Yeah, that's the thing, we walked instead of Ubered. Big mistake. I was grabbing ice, throwing it the whole time, like, fuck men, like, how could they, blah, 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 like, this, I was just letting out all my anger, girl. Letting out every ounce of anger that I had, which it felt so healthy, until we got to my friend's street, and my wallet was not in my pocket anymore. Lost it. Lost my fucking wallet. Lost my fucking wallet. I was like, there's no way. It's not my fucking pocket. Like, you're literally joking. We get back to her place. I'm like canceling all my cards and everything. I'm also still drunk as fuck. I'm like, god damn it. We go retrace our steps. Couldn't find it. We also like don't even know what side of the roads we were like really walking on because it was snowy and we're all drunk, and it was like, it was just tough. But regardless, we retraced our steps. We got back to the bar, talked to them. They didn't have it there, and I was like, god damn it, I'm fucked. You know what I mean? I go outside to get some air. My friend was like, I'm staying inside, it's fucking cold. But I was like, I need to go outside. Like, I was like, I really need some air. And I sat in the snow, which is like ice, so it's not like the snow was like all over me. It's just like sitting outside. I needed some air, and I just started crying, like being so emo about it. And I was like, oh my god, I lost my fucking wallet. So sad. And then eventually I'm like, time to go inside, because there's a homeless man that's like, it's cold outside, are you okay? You might not want to sit in the snow. I'm like, yeah, I'm okay, I just need a moment. Another person walks by and they're like, it's cold, you might want to get inside. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll go inside. I go inside and talk to my friend, whatever. We're waiting for the Uber, take the Uber back home, which we should have done in the beginning, but you know what, you live and you fucking learn. And also, maybe you shouldn't be throwing ice when you have both your phone and your wallet in your pocket. But I digress. Take the Uber home. We go to bed. I wake up at 5 in the morning and realize, remember that book that I bought? Yeah, that book that I bought. Not with me. I left it on the bar. I don't even know the name of it. I just know it's a black hardcover book, and it's gone, and it's somewhere there. And I'm like calling the place, because like there basically it was another place. Wow, words. It was it was a record store / I guess they sell books that were selling stuff, because I could see like who I Venmo'd, and then I called them and I was like, hey, like, do you have it? and they contacted someone at the bar, and they said that someone at the bar had it, and I was like, okay, cool. A couple days go by, and I really want this book, right? And I'm at my friend's, and I'm like 20 minutes away, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll just go drive and see if I can grab it. The guy there didn't know about it, and he wasn't there the night that I was there, so he didn't know where it was, so I drove all that way for no reason, but so be it. Maybe Thursday night I go back there. I go back there in 2 nights, so maybe I'll get the book back. Who knows? You know what? That would be killer. That would be slay. I am not getting that drunk next time, but goddamn, that was rough. So, lost my wallet, and then lost my book that I just bought, and I spent almost $20 on it, so love that. Really hate that, actually. But yeah, so just a lesson learned of not trying to keep up with your friends who drink more than you, because guess what? You can't, and you won't, and you will lose shit like I did. And then also take an Uber home if you're too drunk, like regardless of if you think you're okay, like for safety reasons, and so you don't lose your shit. It's better if you just go in an Uber. Make sure you get everything out of the Uber. You don't leave anything in the Uber, because that's hell in and of itself. I've never dealt with that, but that's scary. Anyways, lesson learned with that. Like, I also vowed to myself after that in February that I am not drinking alone. And maybe that's like, it's like a sad bar to set, but like, if I'm drinking, it's only going to be social. Like, I cannot be drinking alone by myself, especially in the month of February, in the month of Valentine's Day. Like, no, we're not doing that this month. We're not going down that rabbit hole. I got sober from weed for a reason, so that I wouldn't just be like wasting my life away, and I'm not going to be doing that with alcohol either. So if I want to go out and have fun with my friends, that's one thing, but we're not drinking alone. I can't. My depression cannot handle that. I can already see the road that I would go down when it comes to that. So yeah, I lost my debit card, my credit card, my ID, also lost my car keys. Thankfully, I am blessed. I live with my family. So the car that I actually drove there is my brother-in-law's car. And because my car, which is a 2006 Prius, hey girl, doesn't do so well in the cold at all. She's not braking, right? Which is, hey, really important. So therefore, the Prius is not running, and therefore I didn't drive it to my friends. Either way, I left my car key in my bag knowingly, just kind of being like, just in case, like, I want to at least have my car key. My alarm just interrupted me. I need to grab my laundry. But anyways, let's finish the story. Let's wrap the story up. Basically, yeah, no, I had that thought to be like, you know what, I don't need my car key, like, I'm not going to bring it with me. Not thinking or remembering that my other car key was inside of my wallet. So, I love that for me. I love that so bad, honestly. But you know what? You live and you learn. So we're here. I guess, like, maybe that night was just preparing me and teaching me lessons to, 1, drink less, 2, to just kind of prep me for the fact that there were going to be worse things that were going to happen in my week. And that was just, a preface, you know what I mean, to the story that is my life, apparently. But yeah, everything's okay. I just want to say that, like, I'm okay. There's just a lot going on in my life that just kind of came out of nowhere, and it's just, whatever. Dealing with it has been difficult, but trust, I am all good. I have a support system. We are all good in this house. You should also have a support system if you're going through something. Also, I will say, the other day I was going through it so bad, I did call 988, not because I wanted to unalive, but because I couldn't get out of bed because I was so depressed of what I was going through. So I will say that is a great resource. And as soon as I got out of bed to, like, get up and leave the house, I started laughing. I was like, I really needed to call them just so I could get out of my bed. Like, it just seems so stupid once you're actually, like, doing it. But she was like coaching me through. She was like the perfect person to answer the phone, and she was incredible. So I recommend that. 988 is a great resource. Seriously, take advantage of it. It's free. They won't judge. They're there for you. You know, in my experiences have been great. I may have had like one experience where it was like a little bit like our vibes didn't match, but for the most part, I've had great experiences using that as a resource. So I definitely recommend that. So I don't have too much as far as like my artist update. I just want to say a few little things. I did start this personal curriculum kind of thing to keep me on track of the days of like just kind of inching my way towards making my business happen, finishing artworks that I've started and have yet to finish, that kind of thing, just keeping all my thoughts organized and like having certain days of the week dedicated to certain parts of my art practice. That has been helping me a lot, and I feel like this could benefit anybody who's graduated college and just kind of feels like a little bit out of it, because you know what, like, yes, I think a lot of times we're all just working so much that it's hard to tend to things outside of work. But even if you aren't trying to like start your own business or something, I think it's really important to still maintain your hobbies, still maintain, you know, some semblance of routine, because the thing is, we are all so motherfucking addicted to our phones, and it's such an easy thing to slip into, just coming home, you know, maybe drinking a little and then just turning your mind off and like watching something or playing a game. And like that's fine if you're like in moderation, you know, everything in moderation, right? But once you start to get your energy back up, like you can even just like doodle. Like my favorite thing is like a tiny little sketchbook, like just having a tiny little sketchbook to draw in, just to get like, you know, the creative juices going, or having a little journal to write in if you like writing, all of those good things, going on walks, getting yourself outside in nature. I know it's horrendous outside with the snow, but I will say even getting out for a little bit does help, because like staying inside all day, you lose track of time, and it's just not a good cycle to be in. So I try my best to at least get outside sometimes. It does help that my aunt has a dog and I do take him out occasionally. So love Bentley, for real. He's a real one. But yeah, I also, if you couldn't tell, this random thing is the front of the t-shirt I painted. The back of it has a snake bones on the back of it as well. So that's one of my my curriculum, or one of my courses, I guess you could say, one of my classes I have put and gave to myself is upcycling clothes. So we love that. I love making clothes, and I'm excited to make more and just kind of keep my consistency going with that, because I did splurge on, quote unquote splurge, but I did buy a lot of clothes that are blank for me to upcycle from a thrift store. That's my thing, is like buy them from a thrift store. You know, they're plain anyways. I may as well make them look cute and do something with them where I put my art on them and other people can then enjoy it. And it's been really fun, and I really want to expand my collection, and I'm really excited to put that out there. But yeah, there's fucking stink bugs always flying around my room. I'm so over it, dude. I'm so over it. Also, another thing when it comes to my own creativity and everything, I have been really drawn to making club music, because I've listened to a lot of club music. You know what? You know what has sparked that revolution is Charlie XCX. Let's be so for real. Making dance pop. I mean, Lady Gaga, hey, Kesha, the girlies. They're really doing their damn thing, and I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with hyperpop. I'm obsessed with club music, and I have no idea of how to get into it, but I think that could be a hobby of mine that could be really fun to just like have fun with, not to, you know, feel like I have to like be so serious, because that's the thing with being an artist. It's like you have your craft and you feel like so serious about it, when it's like you're supposed to be playful with it. So when you do other things like something completely different like music, or I don't know, even like playing Minecraft or something, which going on creative mode, it's still a creative thing. It's like you can use that to kind of rewire your brain to remember like the child's play and aspect of it, to bring that more into your practice as well, so that to kind of reignite that flame. So I think that could be really fun for me. Speaking of Charli XCX though, I did go see The Moment. I saw The Moment with my two best friends, Ava and Fox, and it was an experience and a half. Flash warning, but seriously, not like, okay, I knew it was a mockumentary, but I'm so obsessed with the storyline that they came up with and everything. Like, it was good. Like, it was very good. And also just kind of showed how easy it is as an artist. I don't want to spoil anything. I'm just going to vaguely talk about it, but it just shows how easy it is as an artist to spiral out of control and let everyone in your surroundings kind of take over, because you just feel powerless, and like everybody else is just, and you have like 1,000 people just screaming at you at once, when all of a sudden like you have boomed into popularity. And it's just like, I don't know, it's just very interesting, and I really want to do more of a deep dive. And I meant to do this like that night when I came home, but instead I ended up making a reel to one of her songs, Club Classics, just because I had like inspiration to do so. And I just was like, you know what, like the kind of content that I want to make, I want it to be fun and to like draw a lot of attention and to show lots of different aspects of my life, like dancing, painting, like nature, all of it. And so I just was like clipping it like so that it was like very fast and fun, and it was just very inspirational. But I did want to research more about what her creative, you know, inspiration was for the movie, because it was really cool to see. It was basically just like what her Brat tour would have been if she just listened to everyone around her instead of taking her own take and her own creative liberty and doing her own thing. And goddamn, I'm obviously just, it's just so impactful when an artist like actually stands up for themselves and does their own thing. And goddamn, like, I didn't go see her during her Brat tour, but I saw lots of clips. And yeah, they made it seem like a nightclub. It was very fun. I have watched and listened to her Boiler Room several times. I love that Boiler Room set. It's incredible. Like her and every other DJ on there, The Dare, there's some other ones that I don't know the names, but they're all so good. Such an incredible performance, and the acting in The Moment was also so good. Like the few cameos of like these different celebrities as well, like who she got involved with it. It just was mwah. Mwah. You know what I also need to finish? I Love LA. I have only seen a couple episodes. I actually went to go see The Housemaid with my friend Ava another time, like middle of the night, dude. The Housemaid, fucking traumatizing. Let me just warn y'all, if you want to go see The Housemaid. I didn't even know what I was getting into at all. I mean, my friend told me it was a horror, but I didn't realize it was like a psychological, like very real kind of horror story, not like a demonic moment at all. I mean, it was, but like not supernatural, you know what I mean? So yeah, it was very much real. Very real. So after that, we watched I Love LA to kind of like cleanse the brain palette, and I was up till like 4:30 in the morning watching it, and I still haven't finished it, but incredible. Love LA. So my tea is getting cold, but I really do need to watch it. Still haven't seen Heated Rivalry. Okay, guys. I've seen I watched Dan and Phil watch it. I don't think they watched it all the way through, but I know that they watched like the first episode. I know I need to watch it. I don't have HBO. I know I need to watch it. I'll get on to it. I will, I swear. But But that's the thing, is I went like ice skating the other day and I was like, oh, heated rivalry moment. Oh yeah, and also in 2 days I am going to a heated rivalry themed event, and I'm just over here like, I haven't even freaking seen it yet. Oh my god, I really should watch that tonight, low-key, while I like paint something or do something. That would be kind of, you know what, yes, that's what I'm gonna do. While we are still on Pop Culture Pop-Up, which is the last segment of this podcast, so thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have enjoyed this roller coaster of events that has been this podcast. I'm really glad I am refilming this and doing this with a lot more groundedness. The one that I'm not trashing it, but I'm just gonna post it another time. I was reacting to different people's like art school students experiences and everything on Reddit. I couldn't really find much on there though, so that's why I just was like, you know what, that'll be like a short episode I'll put out at another time. But there's so many things like going on in pop culture, like the Grammys just happened, and then the Super Bowl. Bad Bunny, bad motherfucking bunny, bad bunny. And then Lady Gaga out of for real, out of nowhere. Like Lady Gaga out of nowhere. That was fucking incredible. That was Listen, you guys, I had not listened to a lot of Bad Bunny. I still have not listened to a huge amount of Bad Bunny. I don't know why. Listen, don't come for me. I don't know why I hadn't before, because like I do listen to like some Spanish music here and there, especially because I did visit Peru, so I was like looking up Peruvian artists. I'll put up, I'm gonna mispronounce it, but there's this one song I'm obsessed with. I'll put it up on the screen. Ugh, so good. Anyways, but Bad Bunny, he did so incredible, and I am now listening to that album more and more. I'm very fucking proud of him, and I'm so happy that he like everything that he stood for at the Super Bowl was incredible, and everything that he spoke out about, and just the whole theme being unity. And I know I just watched Trisha Payta's podcast about this as well, and her husband Moses was talking about how there was like a lot of like symbolism and stuff that he learned from watching it, and I'm like, damn, like what is the symbolism behind it, or like what are certain things that were nods to certain things in the Puerto Rican culture and everything that like I would have missed if I didn't really look into it. So I really want to do more research on that, but like I'm just so happy. And honestly, right after, my dad was kind of like on Facebook like trying to see like Trump's reaction, or like, you know, just the conservatives' reaction to it, and I just like put on Bob Ross, and I was like, you know what, it's 10 p.m. at night. We really need to watch something to relax our mind. Like, there's no reason at 10 p.m. at night we're worrying about what conservatives have to say about Bad Bunny's performance, because guess what? We know it's gonna be negative. We know the people that fuck with ICE are going to be saying some fucked up shit about it, and you know what? There's no reason of turning the attention towards them. Like, I'm not saying that we shouldn't, like, you know, do that at times, but when it's 10 p.m. at night, like, I'm not going down a fucking social media rabbit hole spiral. Like, what I am gonna do is put on some motherfucking Bob Ross and move on with my life, because guess what, like, when I am awake and aware and have taken care of myself, yeah, then I will get into it and I will see what the fuck is wrong with these motherfucking assholes and racist, awful, bigoted human beings, okay? But right before I go to bed, no, I'm not supposed to go to bed angry. That's not how the world works, and it's not how it should work. So, that's my tea. Cheers to that, girl. Because they seriously don't deserve the attention. They don't. They seriously don't. But I just think it's just so unfathomable how hateful people can be, and it's really, like, as a empath, it's really hard for me to deal with hearing about that kind of shit. And yeah, so that's why, girl, I gotta take breaks from social media and be really, really careful about how and when I spend my time on it. I will say I don't want to manifest more of it by saying I'm pretty bad with it. I'll correct myself and just say it is something that I struggle with, that I am getting better with, though. I am becoming more conscious about it, and just kind of figuring out like what works for me. I have a physical alarm clock so that I don't go on my phone in the morning, although it does happen. This morning it happened, hey, and I hate it. Like, I genuinely hate being on my phone first thing in the morning. Like, that is not how we are supposed to live as human beings. So we're putting that shit to rest. Okay, we're done. I'm done. I'm over it. I'm seriously like disgusted by how much I use my phone. And there was something that I heard about like the difference of the New Year's Eve balls drop in balls drop. Sorry. Ball ball drop in New York in the 90s versus now, and everyone's like so happy and cheering and like obviously like excited, and nowadays like everyone's like deadpan, like low-key on their phones. And I was noticing that in the audience of the Olympics too, like people are just like on their phones, like bored. I'm like, didn't y'all pay to be here too? Like, oh my god, like everyone's like, but I can't blame them because that's just like the culture that we've lived in. Like, we're so addicted and attached to them. But it's crazy how much it is just like ripping our soul apart. Like, it seriously is. Like, it's really sad. Not to end this on a sad note, but it is hard. It's just like with everything going on, especially like you have to be careful with how consuming that much media can affect your mental health, because you cannot fight back when you are an anxious, depressed mess in your bed. Like, listen, there's just no point in going down those spirals and educating yourself to a point of being debilitated and just it always being what you're fed all the time. It's really fucking debilitating, for me at least. And I know a lot of people deal with it. So, that being said, I am extremely happy with how the Grammys went and how much everybody spoke out. Because you know who didn't speak out, who should have, and kind of skipped the verse where they would have spoke out? Green Day. Green Day opened. You know what? I'm pissed. I am. And I don't want to be, but I am now. Because, like, I'm sure they had, like, some higher up person that, like, told them to do it a certain way. I'm still fucking pissed. Because Green Day opened for the Super Bowl. And in their adaptation of American Idiot, they say, not part of a MAGA agenda. That entire verse was taken out of American Idiot when they performed it opening for the Super Bowl. I'm pissed. Listen, you're supposed to speak out. Especially, like, you see everyone who was speaking out against ICE during the Grammys. Why wouldn't you do it during the Super Bowl at this point? Like, keep the ball rolling, you guys. There must have been somebody that, like, kind of kept them back, but it's like, damn, that just sucks. Like, y'all said fuck America. Like, why wouldn't you, you know, say why? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That really upset me. But it was really cool to see everyone at the Grammys speak out, I will say. I think people are trying to do their part when they can. I know the Green Day spoke out the night before when they performed at San Francisco. There was like some sort of pre-show Super Bowl event. Girl, I don't fucking know, but I know they did it then, and they really like called out ICE during that performance as well, which is very cool, very awesome, but just wish they would have done it at the Super Bowl. Also, they really did an incredible job, but I digress. Anyways, I was really surprised that Billie won that one award, because I didn't even think she was, like, Wildflower was called out to be a nomination, but maybe I'm wrong, but I didn't think it was. But love my girl, and I'm so happy that she spoke out. Bad Bunny won 2 awards, right? 2 Grammys at least, or maybe it was just the 1, but I think it was 2. It's so heartfelt, his speeches and everything that he had to say. Justin Bieber's performance was incredible. I was like, where are your clothes? But at the same time, you're Justin Bieber. Do what you want, bro. Like, you know what? Everyone comes at all these celebrities for not wearing what they want them to wear during performances, and honestly, fuck it. Like, he clearly is so over, like, being in the media's light anyways, that may as well just wear something that you feel like you don't care anymore, to not draw so much attention to you, which I guess could go both ways, because it's like if you're not wearing as much clothes, if you're just wearing like literally like shorts on stage, like maybe that would draw more attention. But I think he was also trying to show the Hailey Bieber tattoo on his back. Clock it. Hailey Bieber said clock it, and so proud of them and so happy. I love the Swag album. Listen, I don't know if there's any like controversial shit out about Justin Bieber. I have no idea. I didn't grow up like a Belieber, but the Swag album has turned me into one. Never thought I'd say that, but seriously, the Swag album was my number one album, like as far as like plays go in 2025, which I was kind of surprised about. I don't know why. I thought it would have been What's Happening in New York, or What's Wrong with New York by The Dare, because I also listened, I beat that album to a pulp, or whatever the fucking saying is. Like, I listened to that album on repeat. That album is so incredible by The Dare. But I also listened to Justin Bieber's Swag album a lot of the times, like in the morning and in the evening, again, to regulate my nervous system. It was very much like a calming R&B moment, and I'm obsessed. And yes, so very cool, and I'm very grateful that people are speaking out, the celebrities are speaking out when they can, and yeah, just very cool. And fuck anybody who doesn't agree, because that means that they agree with racist ideologies, and you know, they're probably okay with what Trump and Epstein have done. So that is just very fucking telling of how sinister people can be, just to stick to their guns and stick to what they initially, like, quote unquote believe in, when it's like, y'all are so sick in the head. But we know that already. Anywhoosies, I'm gonna skedaddle because I'm getting extremely tired, and which, yes, I am drinking caffeinated tea, but I feel like caffeinated tea almost only does so much. It did help me kind of boost up some energy and have a little bit of a moment during this podcast, which I think I've been filming for a whole hour, which it was my goal to make shorter episodes, just for as far as like longevity and not feeling too burnt out with making this podcast. But I had a lot of things to say. I wanted to get back to my little segments, and it helped me stay more organized. So cheers to that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Also, subscribe, like, comment, follow my Instagram at pinkpat222. Thank you. Mwah. Have a good night. Cheers.